as of last week, we are officially halfway through the NBA season, which is ridiculous to think about. It's flying by. But
That's crazy.
I think today we should do our mid-season awards. What do y'all think?
Let's do it. Let's add a twist to it as well, TD3 style.
Yeah, we're gonna add a few awards that don't exist, like most disappointing player in the league.
AKA
There's too much positivity in these awards. We gotta get a little negative.
Yeah, have to.
Yeah. Let's start with there's some of them that aren't interesting at all this year. Mostly Rookie of the Year and Sixth Man of the Year. You want to get those out of the way and just get it out there?
Yeah, let's do that.
Who's the Rookie of the Year?
Benedict Mathurin. I'm just fucking around.
Tyler Bancaro. Yeah. Who's second?
This guy. It's probably Benedict.
Yeah, it's definitely Benedict. It's those two,
Ivy's probably
and then
third.
it's a washed. Yeah.
Yeah, so like for each award, we're going to go through our top three. But for that one, I think we should just throw that out there. Like, Tyler Bancaro is obviously going to be Rookie of the Year. It was probably decided opening week when he was dropping 30 several times in the first few games of his career.
Yeah.
Not much to say there. We all think he's going to be great, right?
Yeah, most definitely. I think
Orlando got one.
One thing, though, I think Keegan Murray is third over Ivy for now. Simply because I think the numbers look better, and also, like, he's playing not great defense, but his defense has improved over the year, and he's shooting like fucking... He's a big part of that offense. So
yeah, no, really good team. I get it. If you value being a path on a good team, that does matter. Yeah. Low key, it might be Jalen Williams for the Thunder.
Oh my god!
The forward one, not the big one, because they have two. It's confusing.
They call that boy J-Dub.
He's nice. He's versatile. Yeah. Kind of reminds me a little bit like Josh Hart in that mold. Isn't a great shooter yet, but you kind of see maybe eventually he will be a solid shooter.
Yeah.
He's gonna be a good player for a long time.
I don't know why, but it looks like he watches anime. Take that for what you will, but he just looks like one of those type of dudes.
It's because of his hair. Is that what it is?
No shots to people who watch anime either. Anime is cool. My brother watches.
I watch anime.
I watched anime before. It was cool. Yeah, he's him.
Yeah, J-Dub's dope.
Great call.
Yeah, is there any other rookies we should shout out while we're here?
Walker
shout out to AJ Griffin.
Walker Kessler,
best shooter.
Yeah, we're in sync. Look at that. He's been great lately.
Walker Kessler as well, for sure. He's fucking
had
phenomenal.
Had a 2020 game on MLK Day.
That sounds fake.
Also, have y'all seen the theory of like every MLK Day there's a white guy who goes off and just like completely...
I love it. It's hilarious.
Bro,
I just found about that today.
Walker Kessler had a 2020 game. TJ McConnell had like the game of his life on MLK Day.
Oh, when he got 10 steals, was that last year?
It was something like that. But I
remember that. That was crazy.
No, this year, TJ McConnell, he was like perfect from the field. He was 9 for 9 in the first half.
Oh, was he? I don't even think I caught that.
Yeah, he went crazy.
Yeah, he didn't miss a shot in the first half.
There's so many games all day. Shit falls through the cracks in MLK Day for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Sounds like the government interfered with that, bro. Shoot him up with some drugs or something like that. The NBA's up to something, bro. God. And they over here drug testing John Morant fucking 6 times a game or whatever. Or 6 times so far this season. Crazy.
Yeah, that's funny. But yeah, Walker Kessler's been great. And it's so funny, given the irony of them trading Rudy Gobert and then Walker Kessler is looking great. Rudy Gobert is struggling in Minnesota. It's just... Yeah. It's a good time to be a Jazz fan, surprisingly.
Yeah, it's all down bad for the Timberwolves, bro. But
let's get the other obvious one out of the way real quick in the first few minutes. Sixth Man of the Year. For this year, they might as well rename that bitch the Russell Westbrook Award because the voters are giving to him no matter what.
Shout out to Russ though. He's he's gonna walk away with some hardware, and like after last season, nobody thought anything good about Russell Westbrook, so he can get an award, kind of revive his career. You know, like this the best that you could ask for from Russell.
Facts.
If you watched the game versus 76ers yesterday, or maybe the day before at this point, you still don't think anything good about Russell Westbrook because he lost in the game on the last play of the game.
He got fouled though.
Yeah, I think he got fouled. I don't think that was a bad play. It was just a terrible call. If it was anybody else, like if LeBron did that and fucking, he would have probably gone those 2 free throws. But if I'm being real, bro, he got hacked.
Yeah, he did get fouled for sure. So say that, but. Also, ISOing Joel Embiid with the game on the line. Yeah. Who do you think you are?
He got beef,
bro.
LeBron
James.
Look at Russ's track record. He should have known that he was going to take that shit as soon as he saw Joel.
That's what I'm saying.
I did know it. As soon as he got the rebound, I was like, "Oh fuck, we're finna lose." But
that was a personal matchup. Matchup.
Yeah, well, Darvin Ham should have called a timeout. Needless to say, he's gonna win Sixth Man of the Year. Who are some other candidates for y'all? Everyone was saying Jordan Poole before the year, but he's been starting too many games, so at this point, he can't win it.
Yeah, I think all of us thought that Malcolm Brogdon was gonna make kind of the jump, and he was gonna get the award.
He's been hurt too, though.
Yeah. I think like there's not really anybody out there that has like a good combination of actually coming off the bench and actually been healthy.
Benedict Mathurin has that, but he's a rookie, and
you see it,
and like he's a rookie. No one's gonna take him too seriously for that award, and eventually, like
I think listen. I'm downplaying the award because Russ is gonna win it.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't be crazy to suggest Benedict Mathurin should win it.
Yeah,
he's gonna be second in Rookie of the Year and Sixth Man. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, his efficiency has dipped down throughout the middle of the season so far. During the first 13 games of the season, shot like 45% or 46% from the field and 45% from three. He was guns blazing. He set himself out to fucking fail and have the most immutable start to his NBA career by saying, "Who is LeBron James? Or LeBron's gonna have to prove to me that he's better than me." Some crazy shit like that, and he came out swinging. Impressive, bro. He's hard as hell. Hard as hell.
Pause.
Whoa.
Anyways, so yeah, we know who's gonna win Sixth Man of the Year.
Yeah,
that's another easy one. Another good shout out we should say is Malik Monk, who I think has been his stats are pretty much the same as they were with the Lakers last year. You know, he had a similar 6-man type role.
Yeah,
but they're so good, and I think he's played a large role in keeping their offense afloat in those bench units because they usually do a good job of keeping one of Fox or Sabonis on the court at all times. But having him as a spark plug to come and play alongside those guys in the second unit has been so valuable for them.
Yeah, yeah. I would have him. For me, it's either Malik or Bobby Portis at that 3 spot.
Yeah, another good pick.
Yeah, so that's
only reason to have him put Bobby Portis in there is his 3-point shooting's kind of fallen off a cliff this year.
Yeah,
and that's been like a big thing that's been holding the Bucks back recently is they're shooting his ass, and he's kind of played a part of that.
Yeah.
But he's been great. He's still Bobby.
Yeah, Bobby's
shout out Bobby. Yeah, shout out Bobby. I'm the president. Listen, I am the president of Bobby Portis fan club. If you want to join,
that's you.
Email, yeah, listen, Bobby, that's my guy. That's my guy for real. So shout out Bobby.
Okay. Well, let's move on to the awards that actually have some interesting conversation to them. Now that we got those two out of the way.
Yeah.
But before we do that, I almost forgot. If you're watching on YouTube, do us a favor, drop a like and subscribe. If you're on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, leave us a 5-star rating, leave a review, all that. Follow us on Twitter. You see it on the screen right now, all 3 of our handles. Follow us on Instagram at the Deep 3 Podcast. And there you go. Those are my obligatory shout-outs.
We reply to all DMs.
Cap?
No, we do.
We in people's DMs like that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
All right, which award y'all want to do first? I'm thinking most improved player, low-key.
Most improved player?
Yeah,
that's impressive. That's an interesting conversation.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that because I want to see where you guys are on this one.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go through third, second, first in order and give our top 3s. So let's give a little anticipation in here.
Okay, cool.
Who was third place for most improved player?
Ooh,
Donovan.
Gotcha.
My third place, I would put Tyrese Halliburton at 3.
Wow.
3. I also have Tyrese Halliburton at 3.
I do too. Fuck.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So why isn't he higher? Because you could argue that he's going to be an all-star this year. Probably they're top. They're in the playoff team.
He's not going to be an all-star because I think he's been hurt for a minute now, and the Pacers have been sliding. I don't know if he's going to be back by all-star break. I could be wrong, but I think that's going to hurt his case a little bit.
Okay, well, he's been all-star caliber, and if he was healthy, he'd be an all-star. So with that being the case, going from non-all-star to all-star, you'd think he'd be a little higher. So why is he third for y'all? What's holding him back?
The other two guys they've had insane jumps in play.
Yeah.
And so it's nothing like any other year, Tyrese would probably get it, but from the next 2 guys that we're about to talk about, those are the ones that we really have to dive into.
Facts.
I think it's also, for me, it's because end of last year when he got traded to the Pacers, we kind of saw the writing on the wall. Like, we saw this level of play. I think the last 15 games of the year, whatever it was, he was averaging 20 and 10. So, like, I think everyone kind of knew that he was going to be that guy. We're just seeing it come to fruition over a bigger sample size now.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But shout out him. I think he's probably like the 20th best player in the NBA now, which is incredibly impressive from, what, was he the 13th pick or something like that?
Yeah, exactly.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. People doing redrafts and taking him number 1 overall in that 2021 NBA draft class is so impressive. And nobody can refute that, like even the thought of him going potentially number 1 at all whatsoever.
Yeah, I would think I would do the same thing.
Yeah. I don't think I would do it, but like that conversation is very valid.
I think he's number 3 still. The reason he's still on this list, even though we knew he'd be this type of caliber of player, is because I don't think most people realize that most people don't realize now that he's legitimately an elite efficiency scorer, 60% true shooting, which is incredibly hard to do. While
especially with that fucked up ass shot, man.
Yeah, you always talk about this fucked up shot. It's ugly, but like who cares? I mean, this shit goes in a lot.
It is ugly. It's very nasty.
It is. No, I get it, but like it's elite. It's all right. It's elite. And also, but on top of that, he's not only is he an elite efficiency 20-point per game scorer, he's this year he's been like the 3rd, 4th, maybe 5th best passer in the NBA. Yeah. Like he's legitimately top tier passer.
Yeah, definitely.
Who do you have above him as a passer?
Jokic is the best passer alive.
Yeah.
Easy. Luka, number 2, I guess. And after that,
it's all up for grabs.
Tyrese or Braun?
It depends on what you value.
Braun's been in scoring bad because he has Russ, but Tyrese might be 3rd.
That's crazy. That's crazy that he's really made that jump.
Yeah.
Yeah, Harden's been passing his ass off because he can't score like that no more, but Tyrese is in these combos.
All right, cool. Yeah, so Tyrese is 3 for all of us.
For sure. So who do y'all have at 2? First, before we get into that, is the top 2 Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Lauri Markkanen in some order?
Yes. In my opinion, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Mo, who is 2nd for you?
So I have a weird
hold on.
feeling.
Let me not do it that way. My bad.
Okay.
Let's do first because that automatically reveals the 2nd place. Who is the most improved player in the NBA?
Lauri Markkanen.
Ooh, you have Lowry first?
Yeah. I hate when you go back in history. Like I said this earlier before in this podcast, I think, and I just hate that we're giving most improved player of the year awards to players who are damn near about to be an MVP. Players we expect them to be like, all right,
You expected Shai to be an MVP caliber player last year?
I didn't expect him to be MVP caliber, but like, top 10 vibes, he gave me that.
I don't think okay.
Top 10.
Yeah, top 10 vibes.
Nobody expected that. Come on.
You did not.
No, I didn't expect it to happen this season, but sometime throughout his career, I expected that.
Okay. Well, here's the thing. Obviously, I have Shai number 1, and I don't even think it's that close for me because I didn't think Shai was going to be like this. I thought Shai would be a really good player. I think we all thought Shai was going to be eventually all-star level.
Yeah.
But he's like a top 15 player right now. Like, he's in the conversation for one of the best young players in the NBA. I didn't expect that coming into this year. It was possible, but I wouldn't have fucking predicted it.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about you, Mo? What about you, Donovan? You have Shai 1?
No, I don't. I have Lowry 1. I'm giving him most improved. The jump that we've seen from Lowry and from Shai, like efficiency wise, like both their effective field goal percentage, like all that's been going up. Their 3-point percentage has also improved. From Lowry, even the best year that he had in Chicago, he's like 7 points above what he was doing at his best. Like, and for Shai, it's kind of the same thing as with Tyrese in that we always saw the shades or like the pieces that Shai had in his bag to become a really, really good volume scorer and be like a great, foundational piece for an offense. We didn't know that Lowry had this in his bag. And last year he's playing probably like out of position at the 3, right? In Cleveland and doing all this other stuff. And now to come into Utah where nobody thought that anything good was going to happen and average 25 a night and do it somewhat efficiently.
Damn near 50, 40, 90. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. So Lowry gets my vote. And the thing about that's why I'm going.
SGA is like, ever since he played with Chris Paul, everyone saw that this dude got some shit in his bag. And ever since then, it's like success has been haunting him, and we've been waiting for the entirety of the NBA to start putting eyes on him and actually realize that. And this is the first, well, I would say kind of last season as well. I would say people have been giving him his flowers and acknowledging him for the talent that he is.
Yeah.
And as for Lowry, you don't have that conversation. Like, no one knew that success was on team. He had like 2-3 years in Chicago that people were like, okay, maybe he has this. Let's give him a chance. You know what I'm saying? But after what Jim Boylan stepped on the scene, it was raps for him. It was raps. Yeah. No one even gave him a chance.
I see what you mean. So y'all's perspective is that it's a bigger improving gap from being honestly low-key a scrub, draft flop, people would say, to being an all-star level player.
Yes.
And improving all your weaknesses. I get that. I'm going with Shai because while I agree we all thought he'd be really good, we knew he'd be an all-star, it wasn't a consensus that he'd be one of the best players in the NBA. Like, that wasn't something everyone was like, oh yeah, this is the year Shai becomes an MVP caliber, all-NBA, first or second team caliber player. Like, that was in some caliber an unexpected jump.
I can agree with that.
And that's fair.
People have this debate all the time on like what's the hardest jump to make. So like, some people will be like, Luka should be most improved player because he went from the 10th best player to arguably the best. That's a harder jump to make. I think at that high of a level, I don't necessarily prescribe to that. But from here, I think it is a bigger jump when you're talking about a guy who is a really good, promising player to immediately skipping all-star level and becoming straight all-NBA level. Yeah. That's really hard to do in 1 year.
It's facts.
That's right. Cool. That's cool. I still think that it falls. Ja messed up the entire spirit of the award.
Ja.
He messed up the spirit of the award because everybody knows like Ja Morant was, rookie
number 2 overall pick. What are you doing?
Yeah,
rookie.
That's different. That's different. Shea wasn't that. It's different for him.
No, but we still knew that Shea was nice, and I know that it wasn't as consensus as like the support behind Shea wasn't as consensus as it was behind Ja, but we know like Shea shouldn't be in this conversation. Right, like the conversations, the conversations that normally surround this award are for younger players, people who make like big jumps in scoring. And again, Shea's done all of that, but he just doesn't look like
he's
that.
graduated from this conversation already.
Yeah.
Did you think going to this year that Shea Gilgeous-Alexander would be second team All NBA?
Absolutely not.
100%.
Did you think he'd be close?
100%.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
He's lying. He's lying.
We made a TikTok where somebody gave us a hot take that he'd be an all-star, and I think we all said maybe, but probably not.
Yeah.
Now he's going to be an all-star starter probably. He's
Yeah.
going to be all NBA in some capacity. That's
Yeah,
a huge jump. Like, I see what you mean though. I can't be mad at it because I have Lowry seconds. Like, it's not a big gap there.
Yeah.
And if we're talking about Lowry's case, I think the biggest thing is that there was a lot of reasons why he was a scrub. Right, he couldn't use his size. He wasn't consistent as a shooter. There was just nothing that was above average about him.
Yeah.
And this year, like all that's flipped. You said he averages 25 efficiently. You can't do that by accident. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
he knows how to abuse people with his size now. He's a 41% 3-point shooter. It's finally coming around and being more than a potential shooter.
Yeah.
And I think the most impressive thing about him is he does this without the ball in his hands, like at all.
Facts.
Like he's almost entirely off-ball player. He's a lethal cutter. Like he's just so incredibly easy to play with.
You're
And
speaking gospel right now, Isaac.
make our point.
Yeah. I get it. I'm saying, like, contrarian-wise, I get why you say that. I don't know. Do you think he's going to win it over Shea if you had to predict what voters are going to go?
Yes, I would.
I think that he will win it over Shea. I think the voters will see Shea for what he really is, which is an All-NBA player.
That sounded so negative.
No, I know.
So Shea's getting exposed this year.
I don't know why. But I feel like it's disrespectful to put Shea in this category, like, oh, most improved player. Like, he's been him. He's like, he improved for sure.
Yeah, we might see.
But he hasn't.
It's
we might see
player.
some overcorrection. We might see some overcorrection from what happened last year and the like outrage that happened around Ja winning the award. And now we're gonna come back and probably do it to like what the traditional spirit of the award was.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. There's
Who finished
tiers
second
to
to Ja?
award. What'd you say?
Who finished second to Ja? Do you remember?
Let me look that up.
That might have been the problem, is that there was no great second person. So, like, they gave it to the guy who became a star. And for Shea, there is a great second person who fits the billing more. So, I can see that.
Yeah, that's a great question.
Yeah, I can't remember. Who finished second?
After Donovan finds this out, I want to know why y'all don't have Jalen Brunson on your list.
Why would I? I don't know. I mean, Jalen Brunson's been great, but, like, just
All
compared
right,
to the top three.
y'all take a guess to see who finished second.
I can't even remember. I don't know.
Okay,
where
is it in the East or West? And I'll guess.
All right, well, never mind, because he changed teams. He changed teams, so you're never gonna get it. DeJounte Murray finished second.
Okay. That makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah, DeJounte was second. Darius Garland was third.
Yeah, that wasn't a good.
No, that's almost like
year.
the exact same conversation almost. Well, no,
Really?
because DeJounte was never a bust like Lowry was.
I wouldn't
so
say,
never mind.
that wasn't a good year because DeJounte has always been good. He tore his ACL and then he was slowly working his way and he wasn't like a foregone conclusion. And as for Darius Garland, he had a terrible rookie season. And after that, he was finding his way. So in my mind, I disagree with you on that. I think it's two completely different scenarios. And the MIP award this year is like an actual race compared to last season.
Yeah, you're right. It is for sure.
Okay,
well, then I see it. Again, I can't be mad at it either way. It's going to be Lowry and Shea as the top two. I'm glad we all agree on that.
we're gonna take a quick break from the show to tell you guys about the best and easiest way to play fantasy sports online. And that's with Underdog Fantasy, and it's super simple. You can play on the app or you can play online, and all you have to do is pick higher or lower on your favorite or least favorite player stats for the night. You can pick higher or lower on points, rebounds, assists, and much, much more. And if you sign up today using promo code TD3, they'll double your deposit up to $100. And that's basically free money, so why not sign up today? Again, it's super simple. You can play on the app or online, and make sure to use promo code TD3 to double your deposit today.
I guess most improved player basically means like most positively surprising player.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Let's go to one of our awards. Let's flip it the
real
other
quick
way.
question. Did we react to hot takes?
No, I forgot to grab some. People were mad at me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have mentioned that. I wish we just all would have forgotten.
Let me. While we're talking, I'll go pull some up because I know people love them.
Yeah.
We'll do them at the end. I got y'all.
Okay, cool.
Right.
Okay. But like I said, we were talking about the positively surprising player and most improved. Yeah. Let's flip it and do one of our awards. Who is the most disappointing player in the NBA? Who's your third place, Donovan?
Ooh.
We'll do top three like everything else.
I do not know. You know what? Give me Rudy Gobert.
Okay.
Give me Gobert at 3.
I thought about that.
I think that Gobert, and maybe it's just because my view is skewed from everything that Minnesota gave over him, but you finally think that he's gonna go into Minnesota and maybe take another leap, maybe do something else, with his career, expand his bag a little bit, and it just hasn't been there with him this year. And Minnesota's defense. Normally, you have Rudy Gobert on your team. That's a walking top 5, top 3 defense. That hasn't been the case. Sure. That hasn't been the case this year. Even with Cat out, and they've been able to play more of like a traditional Rudy Gobert style of defense. That hasn't been the case. And so I think Rudy will probably be 3 for me.
Wow. That makes sense. I thought about him. At the end of the day, I didn't put him on my list because I think he's not a worse player now. The fit is horrible there, and he is playing like shit lately. Like he actually originally I think it wasn't his fault, but like. It looks like the vibes are getting to him or what, but like he's not been playing like Rudy lately. It just seems like maybe it's effort level, maybe it's fit, just scheme wise. I don't know exactly what it is. I haven't watched him close enough. Yeah, but he has been up to par, so I see why you put him there. What about you, Mo? Who's your third?
Absolutely. So third, I have Trae Young for obvious reasons. I don't think he's been bad enough to be number 1 because as of late, over the last 10 goddamn games, he's been averaging 27, shooting 45% from the field and 40 from 3. So he's finding his way back, but the Hawks are still ass and he still has terrible tendencies. And if you're going to be the best player on a team, I'm not going to say the Hawks are a championship level team, but on a playoff team, you have to show more effort on defense. There's literally zero excuse to try to carry the insane load that he tries to carry. He dribbles the ball a little bit too much. It doesn't make quick passes, just the obvious things. And then there's just a lot of baggage that the Hawks have had since last year.
Any type of Hawks talk gets Mo in his
Donovan,
bag.
I hate you so much.
Let it out. Keep going. Let it out.
You always set me up for this, all right? But
no, I want to hear it.
There's just so much baggage that carried on from last year. News coming out. People are saying Trae's a bad leader, and people are feeling these types of way about him. I don't buy into any of that. When it comes to straight up basketball, he's not playing as efficiently as he was overall a couple years ago. Not a couple years ago, last year and this season before that. So he's definitely there, and his efficiency is disgusting too.
Yeah, his efficiency is down for sure. I think it's just a cold shooting year, so I'm not caring too much about that.
Yeah,
but it is the fact that shots aren't going. Let me put it this way: when people go on cold streaks, a lot of times it doesn't tell you much because, like I said, it's just a cold streak. With a big sample size of an 82-game season, hot streaks happen, cold streaks happen. But what it does do is it highlights a player's weaknesses because you don't have the implicit bias in your head of seeing shots go in.
Yeah.
And I think it's really exposed to people this year that, 1, his defense is untenable. It's a bigger deal than people realize. And 2, people always put him in the convo as one of the best passers in the NBA. I've never thought that to be the case. I think he's one of the best assist makers in the NBA. Like he's good at manufacturing assists for himself. But he's not a high-level playmaker like some of these other guys are.
Wow, I disagree with that.
No, he's a high-level playmaker. He can pass the ball real well. He creates shots for others. But you ever heard people say that, like, he's almost like a stat chaser with assists?
Yeah, that's my thing.
Plays?
There's 2 types of passers in the NBA, and right now this season, Trae Young is playing like a reactive passer instead of a proactive passer.
Exactly, that's what I mean. That's precisely what I mean.
Yeah.
And I think the fact that we're not seeing his shots go in kind of highlights that because if Jokic goes on a spree where he shoots 20% from 3 for a month and can't make a layup, he's still going to be just dicing people up his passing, creating offense flowing through him. Yeah. Trae isn't that type of playmaker. He's not lifting the tide like a lot of people are.
Yeah, he's just been so ass this season. I'm disgusted with him. Like any Trae argument, I'm just dead in the water, bro, for me so far this season. Okay. He's been turning around lately just a little bit. He has glimpses, but I'm next. What's next? What do you guys have at 2? Do you guys have at 2 for your
I didn't give you my 3 yet. I didn't give you my 3.
Oh, yeah. Who's your 3?
My 3 is Christopher Emmanuel Paul, the 3rd.
Oh, that's a good pick.
Okay.
I forgot he exists, dude.
Listen, I couldn't put him higher than 3 because it's not his fault. He's just old as fuck. He's a prickly old man. He sucks. He's old as hell. Devin Booker. They were the 2 seed when Devin Booker was healthy. Devin Booker was playing like an MVP. He went hurt. I think he went hurt. He went out with an injury. They fell to the 12 seed. Chris Paul can't do anything to hold that team up. He can't get by anybody. Can't create his own shot. He's still making his jump shots, but he's not. bending defenses at all to create for others anymore. He just lost it. He's just zapped.
Are you telling me that vegan diet is not working anymore?
Not when you hit 39, I guess. It ran out.
Damn, bro. Sheesh.
Yeah, it sucks to see it because we knew it was coming eventually, right?
Yeah.
Father Time
but this felt kind of like it was a harsh fall. Not like he didn't like age.
For sure.
That's how it happens. That's how it happens a lot of times. Like LeBron has tricked everybody, and he really has skewed everybody's perception of like what aging is supposed to look like. Most of the times when it goes, and we're like I was saying, we're seeing that with Chris.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna harp on him too much because it's not like Trae Young is a reason to pick apart his game and be like, oh, maybe he tricked y'all. Chris Paul ain't tricking anybody. He's just old.
Yeah, exactly.
So, not too much on him, I guess.
Yeah. I want to know what y'all guys got at 2.
Me too. Donovan, who's your number 2?
Y'all gonna laugh at my 2.
Yeah,
I have PJ Tucker at 2.
That's a good pick.
I have PJ Tucker sucks, man. He's straight cardio. Run it up and literally every single night he is putting himself in the conversation to have one of them Tony Snell stat lines where he has 0 rebounds, 0 points, just track, right? If all he's supposed to do is run, play defense, and shoot threes, and he's not even taking threes. It would be something different if he forgot how to shoot, but he's still taking threes, so people still have to respect him taking that corner three. You can still set up the offense a little bit. He doesn't do anything on offense. He doesn't want to take threes.
Yep.
And so,
got this.
And so, like, that in itself bogs down of a Sixers offense that already is a little bit clunky with Harden and Embiid and Maxey and trying to figure out all of that. The shooting right there is messed up. Secondly, on defense, if you're trying to stop him, right? Any star player can go up against PJ Tucker. They're gonna get 35, right? Like that's gonna happen. He's not even making them work. I think at this point, star players like to play against PJ Tucker because they know he's gonna use all 6 fouls. They're gonna get 12 free throws in a game that they play against PJ Tucker. I don't think that he's providing anything for the Sixers. I really don't. They should have made a move. They should have made a move. And if I was James Harden, I would be livid. I gave up $15 million so that you can come here. Right?
Bro, and for Daniel House, who doesn't even play. He's worth less than nothing.
They both suck. But I gave up $15 million.
Tampering charges for Daniel House. He doesn't play.
The Sixers gave up draft picks. James Harden gave up $15 million in a state where there are state taxes. I would be livid. And if I was James Harden, after this season, if PJ Tucker is not there, I could not be happier. PJ Tucker is trash this year, and so he's number 2.
Man.
Okay, who's your number 2, Mo?
Man, he was passionate about that. I never seen anybody
it's annoying
so much before.
You have 2 jobs. You have 2, like, if you're a role player like PJ Tucker, you know exactly. You've made this name for yourself for the past 5 years because you've probably been over the hill. And you've been playing with James Harden. You've played with James Harden for years. You know what you have to do. And you're not even trying to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
It's frustrating.
Oh my God.
Crazy.
PJ Tucker's easily all-NBA. He tricked y'all. He's like near a Hall of Famer.
Easy. First team.
Bro. But he's like Chris Paul. He didn't trick you. He's just old as fuck. He just fell off. PJ was raw, but he's just old as shit now.
All right. You know who is all-NBA first team? He tricked y'all. It's easily has to be RJ Barrett. Like, I am sorry, but
that hurt.
he has to be catching even more strays, bro. Because
give it to him.
The Knicks went ahead, cashed out on a fucking whole new point guard. You know, RJ Barrett has been able to get away and slide because New York just is a fucked up overall system. Haven't had a good point guard in a minute. Roster is finicky. They don't really have players, I would say, on a consistent basis who cater to RJ Barrett's game. Mm-hmm. And then you have like the volatility of Julius Randle, and you don't know what the fuck is going on in his mind and how he's going to play every single night.
Julius has been elite. You can harp on one Knick player at a time. Julius Randle has been better over the last 10, 15 games, and he's been hooping. Yeah, you stick to RJ.
For sure. But you draft RJ Barrett to go ahead and be the guy at your franchise, and he's just been like consistently mid every single year. Not any better, and I wouldn't say not any worse either. And so at this point, he's just like an overall disappointment. And the only hope in my mind for RJ Barrett is if he goes into his Andrew Wiggins' career arc where he goes into a completely different team and he's assigned a specific role. But even then, I'm not sure if he can do something similar to what Andrew Wiggins did to revive his career. So he's been extremely disappointing.
This is a player like Rudy Gobert that I didn't want to put because, not like Rudy Gobert, like the Hawks when we're talking about disappointing teams, I didn't want to put on there because I already thought low of this player.
Yeah.
I've been saying since last year, RJ Barrett is below average or at best average at everything. There's nothing he does better than a replacement level player.
Yeah.
The only reason people have hope for him, I gave him max money, is because he's a young player in New York and people love their young players.
Facts.
It's all promise, and we're in year, 5 now or 4? And there's been none of it delivered. I don't see why there's any reason to believe in RJ Barrett at this point.
Man.
Y'all got it.
That was my two. I need to hear y'all too.
Can't shoot, can't dribble, can't finish. Can defend a little bit, I guess. Can't pass. Like, what do you?
Listen, he sent the game. He sent the game into overtime when he against the Raptors. He came back, was making clutch free throws. You just gotta give him time. It's a lot of. Listen, he's young.
I named 5 things he can't do that are incredibly important. You're like, hey, he made a couple free throws once.
He's young. He's young. We give a whole bunch of other young guys. Listen, he could be like Lowry Marketing and eventually get most improved. You know what I'm saying? It's just gonna take time. It's just gonna take time.
Okay,
young boy.
Different.
Great.
Completely different.
So is Poku. I'm not giving him a max contract. He's young as shit.
I'm dead. Damn.
He used Poku and RJ. That's messed up.
That's crazy.
Hey, I might get Poku on my team faster than RJ for the price points. RJ Barrett's a negative contract. Bum.
All right. Who's your guy? Who's your guy?
He's dragging
Number 2. Listen. I'm just getting jokes off at this point.
Yeah.
All right. One player I gotta say, Jalen Green.
Yeah.
Coming into the season, people were telling me Jalen Green is gonna have the star leap, be this next up and coming dynamic guard.
Yeah.
He still might be, but this year he hasn't shown it at all. His scoring volume's up, his efficiency's down. He isn't doing anything to lift that team above. He isn't doing anything to make his teammates better. That team is an embarrassment, and I think it starts at him.
Facts. He's playing an LA Fitness brand of basketball right now.
Facts. The whole team is. It's fucking disgusting.
It's awful. First of all, Steven Silas is going to get fired after this year, so that's one.
He's
Rightfully so.
Kevin Porter Jr. is the most Julian Newman point guard I've ever seen in my life.
Oh my goodness!
Straight up comes down dribble all the time. The whole team can't make free throws. Isaac, I'm 100% in agreement with you here. Jalen Green, because he finished the season last year efficient. Strong. He was scoring efficiently. He was scoring 30 every other night. He pieced up the Lakers on national TV. Like, that was a really big moment for him. And it was just like, yeah, I had to throw that in. Everybody was getting their Knicks up. I had to throw that in. But whatever. but I agree. Jalen Green should be much better than he is right now. And they're all playing selfish basketball.
And it's not all his fault either. Like you said, Steven Silas is fired as fuck. He's installed no sort of scheme into that team. Yeah. He does not deserve to have a job. Yeah. So that has hurt Julian. So that's hurt Jalen's development. So I'm not writing him off, but in terms of making a leap and what you want to see from a second-year number 2 overall pick, incredibly disappointing.
Jalen Green went through his first NBA season with all the VC in the world. Said, "Fuck staying in the gym. I'm gonna go ahead and cash out on this VC and get tattooed all the way up everywhere." God damn, this is atrocious, man.
His offensive consistency and shot IQ stats are 25.
Yeah, bro.
It's disgusting.
You didn't upgrade those ones. I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
it's disgusting.
It's tragic, man.
Free Jalen, man. Free the whole Rockets organization from the grips of Steven Silas and Rafael
Free Alfred Sengun. Let's say it.
Free Sengun, please.
Yes, please.
Every player that plays him, it's so funny. In the media, after every game, they ask the opposing players about the team, and they're all like, yeah, man, they're young because they fucking suck. But the first thing they always say positive is Sengun is him. They need to give him the ball more.
Facts.
Silas doesn't agree.
Yeah, bro. You got fucking a 2-time, maybe soon to be 3-time MVP, fucking Jokic giving him his applaud and saying like they should go ahead and play through this man. Bro, it's just madness to me. It's just madness to me, bro.
All right. Who has been the most disappointing player in the NBA this season? Who's number 1?
Ben Simmons.
All right. You go. Tell me why Ben Simmons. Tell me why Ben Simmons is the.
I put Ben Simmons as well.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you're Ben Simmons too. Yeah, Ben Simmons.
Yep. It has to be.
Look, man, he did not get.
All right. Well, hold on. Since you guys are in agreement, I'm gonna give mine, and then we'll go into Ben. I'm gonna spin the block. I'm gonna spin the block a little bit. Chris Paul is the most disappointing player in the league this year.
You've been waiting on this.
I'm gonna spin the block. Chris Paul is so trash. He's so trash, bro. Last year, Chris Paul, in terms of guards, according to Cleaning the Glass, was in the 82nd percentile in effective field goal percentage. This year, 41st at the rim. At the rim,
Trash.
This drop is crazy. At the rim last year, 80th percentile in rim scoring. That means he was better than 80% of the league. This year, he's in the 5th percentile at the rim.
Hearts
That's crazy.
burn. Damn.
The old
He's better than
man,
like 1 or 2 players in the NBA. That's insane.
the old man cannot finish at the rim. He's trash, like you said. The Suns could not even stay afloat when Devin Booker went out. And if there was any case for Devin Booker to win MVP, you look at that team in Phoenix and you look at Chris Paul and what he has not been able to accomplish.
Bro.
And that is what it is.
You know what I'm hearing? You know what I'm hearing, Donovan?
What's up?
Wong Don Tigers.
Listen, he might be with Dwight Howard in
Beijing
Taiwan.
Bears.
He's trash. He's trash.
I had to hit the Harlem Globetrotters. He's been playing the Creator League, the HOH Creator League.
HOH Creator League. Sign him up right now. Oh, shit.
It's time. He needs to go coach his kids' team or something. It's over. It's over for Chris Paul.
Oh man, yeah.
He doesn't
Suns
play in the
fans
OTE.
OT is crazy. Oh shit, man, it's crazy.
We did him and Julian Newman in a cage match.
Oh
1v1
my God, bro.
slam ball.
Hell.
It's crazy.
Oh my God.
That's
Chris Paul's a
crazy.
bum.
Yeah, he's
God,
washed.
bro,
He's
yeah.
done.
Suns fans are in purgatory when
That's fine.
Damian Lee is one of your best guards. That's how you know the season is wrapped, bro. You never had a chance ever since you've seen Chris Paul go ahead and take that major decline, and Devin Booker having injury issues, and like, one guy who's supposed to be steady and sail, bro. It's ass. God,
It's tough.
Bro, listen, the highlight of Chris Paul's season was the fact that Kanye said that he got with Kim K. That's been the best part of his year.
yeah, easily,
Okay.
bro.
So back to Ben Simmons, bitch ass.
Yeah.
This man is.
Whoa, damn.
What a transition. What a
Just
transition.
kidding. But no, I'm a Ben Simmons defender. I have been all year. I wanted to put him 2 because we didn't give him some time. He missed a whole year, and we didn't extend to him the graces we extend to people like Jamal Murray. But man, he's been back for a while. He is scared to shoot. His confidence is shot. It's so clear. It's a mental game with him, like it always has been.
Yeah.
But it's hit a new level. He went like 12 games without without making a single free throw. You know how fucking nuts that is? He was 0 for 8 over a 12-game span. How do you even do that as a non-shooter?
You
When
have
you're
to try to
6'10".
not do that.
Like,
You have
it's
to
crazy.
try to not do that. You have
His
to
defense hasn't been as
actively
great as it was
set up
pre-injury. His playmaking is good, but when you don't have any scoring threat, your playmaking only takes you so far because you're not bending the defense at all. So his passing is really only useful in transition.
Yeah. Man. When I was watching the Boston Celtics game versus the Nets, obviously, and that was when KD was hurt or whatever, the Nets were pretty much in it the entire game, and Ben Simmons was having a fantastic first half. I think he put up like 9 or 10 assists or something crazy like that in the first half, hooping, and he had 0 points. And then he ended up finishing the game with 0 points. And that was just absolutely disgusting. It's like so disappointing, and it hurts because you see the potential. You see like random flashes when he's running up the court and he dishes the ball out and he gets a teammate an easy open pass for a layup that you didn't know that was fucking open, bro. And there's other plays where he like completely kills the offense when he passes the ball way too fucking early, prematurely, as if like he thinks that he might have an opportunity to score. He's like, I can't do this shit, and he just passes it off, bro. It's just he's holding back the entire Brooklyn Nets roster when he has this mindset out there.
The problem is too, we saw like a 6-game span before he hurt his knee a few weeks ago, where it was coming together. He was looking good. He was scoring like I think 12 points per game over that span, and like looking like a little bit like the Ben Simmons we used to know. So we know it's there. That's the problem, is that like he can get there. It's just about unlocking that, probably mentally.
Yeah.
So it's like Jalen Green, where I'm not going to write him off. It's not over for Ben Simmons, like some people might act, but you have to admit he's been disappointing as fuck this year, no matter how you want to spin it.
No, it's disappointing. He, especially now that Kevin is out and Kyrie is like in and out of the lineup every once in a while. This is the time where Ben Simmons really needs to take the step, right? Like they are. I think Brooklyn is very invested. I think Brooklyn is as invested as like a second team that acquires you will be in the success of Ben Simmons.
$30 million per year invested. They got to be.
Exactly. Damn. So like they want it to work out. They want him to do well, and we're just not seeing it. I don't know. I think that I'm more on the side of Ben Simmons will never get back to the level that he was. I think we're done seeing that. I think we're done seeing that Ben Simmons, and now we're just gonna try and force him into this Draymond role where, like, okay, if you can just defend a little bit better, if you can just make these passes, like it's okay if you don't shoot, which is kind of okay if you have Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, especially the way that KD's playing. But I don't know. I think I'm out on Ben Simmons.
Maybe All-Star Ben Simmons is gone, but I don't think useful player Ben Simmons is gone. Like remember a few years ago when Thad Young was really good and like a high level role player.
Oh man,
he can be a supercharged. He can be a supercharged Thad Young.
We're comparing him to Thad Young. That's the level we're at right now. It's like as the years go on,
2019 Thad Young was nice.
He was nice. He had that historical graphic where he's up there with LeBron and Larry Bird.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
That was funny. Yeah.
The most cherry pick stack of all time.
Yeah,
I know. It's hilarious.
It's like every single year, the bar gets lower and lower and lower for Ben Simmons. First it was LeBron. Yeah. No, he's on LeBron. No, he's Magic Johnson. No, he's not Magic Johnson. Maybe he can be like fucking Giannis. Oh, he's not Giannis. Now you're comparing with Thaddeus Young. God damn, who is next? Who is next? Who is
when
next?
does it end?
Yes.
Just a constant cycle of disappointment.
Yeah.
Maybe he can beat Thanasis Antetokounmpo. I don't know. Maybe he can be an energy guy on the bench.
Exactly.
Oh my god. Yeah, man.
Yeah, we don't gotta harp on him too much longer. I'm hopeful that a useful player will be brought out of this husk that is Ben Simmons right now, but it's not looking good.
Yeah.
Let's move on. So we're already at 43 minutes. We're already taking a lot of time.
Wow.
Let's go through Coach of the Year. Let's go through this one pretty quick.
Oh man, I only have one contestant up there. I couldn't really come up with two other who like jumped out off the top of my head.
Okay.
But
well, I'll say my third place first.
Yeah.
Third place, Willie Green.
Okay. That's a great pick.
Okay.
Yeah, Willie Green's been nice.
Yeah.
They've been so injured and they haven't had all their pieces for more than like 5 games the whole season.
Yeah.
But they're the 3 seed, I think, right now. Or maybe they dropped to 4, I can't remember. But they're in the top tier in the West, which a lot of people knew they'd be a good team. They have all these players, but the pieces don't fit entirely right together like you would hope. There's a lot of ball handlers, not a lot of connective players. But it doesn't matter. It's worked incredibly well. They've been somehow a pretty good top defense, top 10 for most of the year, despite having like 3 above average defensive players you would think on paper.
Yeah.
It's honestly been a coaching masterclass from him.
Absolutely.
I agree. I agree. I have Willie Green in my third spot as well. I had him winning the award. I know. I had him preseason winning the award. I think when Zion comes back, if they can make a push up to get God, I can't talk. If they can make a push back to the number 1 seed, I can see him making a run towards the top spot. But yeah, I think 3 is good for right now.
That's a W. I got 2. I don't
got 2. Okay, who's
I got 2. So number 2, I got Jacques Vaughn for the Brooklyn Nets. He's been, bro. You couldn't ask for a head coach through one of the most, not one of, they're the most turmoil-ridden, just janky-ass, broke-ass team organization in the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Just ratchet, just a nasty organization. Nothing but bad, poor vibes. Mm-hmm. And for an interim coach to go ahead and just like turn things around within the first like 10 games is fucking crazy.
It's insane. Crazy. It's the biggest in-season turnaround we've maybe ever seen in NBA history, or at least modern NBA history.
Yeah.
To go from being pure dysfunction, both your stars are about to get traded. You're the worst, one of the worst teams in the conference, despite having 2 superstars, and you come in and make them just entirely competent in every way and fulfilling their potential. It's crazy. Yeah. It's incredible.
Yeah, man.
Donovan, you didn't say anything. Did you have him number 1?
I do. I've Jacques Vaughn. I've Jacques Vaughn as my coach of the year for everything.
I feel that that's fair
for everything, guys. Like even in the off season, everything that the Nets were going through. They were nothing but turmoil for 4 months, and for them to come out and have the worst defense in the league, and now they're top 10.
It's crazy.
And now they're top 10 defensively, right? For them to start off the season like 2-8, and they're the 2 seed in the Eastern Conference. They're one of the 4 or 5 teams. I think there's only 4 teams in the league, but they're one of the 3 teams in the league that have a winning record. Like a good winning record on the road.
That's nuts.
There's only 3 teams that are like 3 games or better on I guess like over 500 on the road. It's the Celtics, the Nets, and the Knicks. Yeah. And the Nets are doing it. So I think that what Jacques Vaughn has done is unprecedented. I think it's amazing, and I think he deserves all the credit in the world because he was the factor that turned everything around.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I agree. The only reason I have number 2, not 1, is because for one, I have Joe Mazzulla. Partially because he was my pick before the season started. I told y'all he was going to win. I told y'all the Celtics were going to be the 1 seed. I've been right so far, so I'm going to rock with it. I got to be consistent. We're talking about turmoil with the fucking Nets. The Celtics had to fire their coach because of interpersonal relations that haven't been disclosed to the public but can't be good because they had to suspend him for a whole year.
Yeah.
Everything's floating over you right after you make your deepest run of this core's history. You make it to the finals, and then it implodes because your coach is out here messing around with staffers. That's a lot of drama to deal with as an interim coach, and he came in and they haven't missed a beat. They're the best offense in the NBA, the best team in the NBA. Yeah. He's made actual changes, making their offense more modern that have been good. I don't know how he doesn't get it.
No, I definitely think Jacques Vaughn is ahead of Joe Mazzulla, even though he everything you're saying I can't refute at all. But in terms of just having such a slow start, the Nets were down there with the fucking Lakers in terms of they're pounding the panic button 2 weeks into the season, and he had to up climb this nasty slope. And before they even thought of Jacques Vaughn as becoming the head coach, they mentioned, oh boy, Ime Udoka ahead of him. So it's like, if I'm Jacques Vaughn, I'm like, bro, fuck this team, fuck this organization. Who the hell do they think he is, bro? Who do you think I am, bro? And I understand it because they had ties to him recently. But having your higher ups, so just him, the dude who was in one of the craziest controversies as a head coach that we've seen over the last few years, ahead of you is crazy, bro. And for him to just act like it ain't none, turn around everything, and then, to be honest, I think the Nets would have probably passed up the Boston Celtics if KD was healthy. It's nuts, bro. It's nuts, and they're number 2 in the East. That's crazy.
Do you have Jacques Vaughn number 1?
No, I don't have a number 1. I should have had a number 1. I regret my list right now. I had him number 2.
Okay, so who's 1?
Let me guess. Yeah.
Taylor Jenkins?
Yeah.
I knew it. Okay, tell us about it.
Yeah, Taylor Jenkins. I feel like the Coach of the Year award is such a weird award because I feel like you have to have, I don't know, it's such a weird award. I feel like Taylor Jenkins over the last few years has done a fucking fantastic job, and he deserves one on his track record. And I feel like why delay it any more?
Okay.
With what he's done with the Memphis Grizzlies and how he has them, that camaraderie. I'm not gonna give him all the credit, but he had something to do with it. And in terms of just X's and O's, simple game plans, it doesn't matter who the fuck is in or out of the lineup. We're gonna be hooping, bro. It's just phenomenal. I just love everything that he does for him.
That's fair.
He's like inverse Steve Nash. Steve Nash curated the worst vibes in human history.
Yeah.
Taylor Jenkins is just a good guy, I guess. Just nice to play for. He's elite vibes all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
He's just dope.
Exactly, bro. And I also love just how much trust and faith he has in all of the Grizzlies' young player, regardless if it's Salty Aldama or Zaire Williams. I think his last name is
David Roddy.
Yeah, David Roddy. It's just phenomenal, bro.
P.S. David Roddy sucks at basketball right now.
What's up?
You said who?
Never mind. Should hating a little bit. Keep going.
He had a good stretch. He had a good stretch.
I'm dead.
But yeah, you're right. Taylor Jenkins definitely deserves to be in this conversation. I like that pick.
I'm not rooting for him though. I definitely would root for Jacques Vaughn now. I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, you can flip it. So you have Jacques Vaughn 1 now.
Jacques Vaughn 1. Yeah, Jacques Vaughn 1. Then I got Taylor Jenkins 2, and I'd put Joe Mazzulla at 3.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
Willie Green's on the outside looking in. Tough.
Yeah, shout out to Willie. He's so nice, but goddamn.
I know. All right, well, let's go to Defensive Player of the Year now. I think this is another interesting one. I don't know if we need to go top 3. Okay, let's go top 3. Who is in third place for Defensive Player of the Year for you guys?
For my three, I have Brook Lopez at 3.
Okay.
He fell to 3. Okay, I know early in the year everyone kind of had him at 1. Why do you fall to 3?
He fell to 3, and it's really because I just like the other two guys a little bit more. Brook is still the linchpin, but also the more that I think about it, I think being able to have Giannis as your running mate in terms of like setting up a defensive infrastructure is a major advantage, and so he doesn't have to like carry the load as some of the other guys that we're about to talk about. But listen, Brook is still him defensively. So yeah, so that's great. So yeah, I've Brook at 3.
Okay.
And
I had Brook at 2.
Okay.
So for the same reasons, I think my 3 guys, probably your 2 guys, so not a big difference. Yeah. I could probably be convinced to put Brook at 3. So other guy, let's go ahead and let it out. The other guy's Nick Claxton, right? Nick Claxton, right?
Yes.
There we go.
Yeah.
Where do you guys have Nick Claxton?
I got Nick 2.
2.
Okay, I had him at 3. Tell me why he should be ahead of Brook Lopez.
Nick Claxton has, along with Jacques Vaughn, Nick Claxton has carried the Nets defense, and he has been the anchor of the Nets defense. We talked about it. They started the year with the worst defense in the league. It was them and the Pistons in terms of defensive rating. They were trash, and Nick Claxton has elevated himself to a point to where the Nets are now top 10 in defense. He's among the league leaders in blocks. He affects a lot of shots. He's very mobile. He can do a lot of things. I think that what he's doing with the squad that isn't thought about as defensive stoppers, right? Like even though that KD's playing amazing on defense and he's really giving a lot of effort, you don't think of Kyrie as a defender. You don't think of Joe Harris, Seth Curry, these types of guys as defenders, and for them to still be one of the better defenses in the league in the top third, I think what Clax is doing is amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I can't refute that. Honestly, I think I agree. I think I put him above Brook now the more I think about it. Yeah. The point of him not having a Giannis kind of, that sways me.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think easily one of the 3 most valuable things to have on any like championship level or just elite level basketball team is a big who can do 2 things at once, whether it be defend at the rim or defend on the perimeter and having the ability to dance with any guard that switches on to you and not be absolutely cooked. There's not a lot of people, not a lot of centers who can do that in the NBA, and Nick Claxton does it. He's one of the 3 best big men defenders in my mind on the perimeter. You know,
I can see that.
And
I don't know if I'll go top 3, but
the trend of that is gonna uptick and go, and centers like him are gonna, their value's gonna skyrocket, and he's gonna get a surprising bag once his time's up.
It's interesting with him because you could tell that he grew up playing a guard, then just grew at the last second, so he had to play big. It makes total sense. Like he moves like a guard, is light on his feet. Like it's cool. On the one hand, that pro is also outweighed by he's not like the interior stopper. Like he's not stopping Joel Embiid, which nobody is, but he's not like rotating and stopping Zion. He's doing the best job he can with his frame, so I can see why he's up here. But there is pros and cons with that quickness and lightness he has.
Absolutely.
But okay, I think we all agree. Those are number 2 and 3.
Yeah.
So
I'm assuming we got a clean
if the season ended today, who would be Defensive Player of the Year?
It's a clean sweeping one. We got Jaren Jackson Jr.
Yes.
Yep, Jaren Jackson Jr. easily.
Same.
Yeah.
Hey, it's a long time coming. He's been, as soon as he was drafted, he was proclaimed to be the next great NBA defender. It took him a few years to put it all together because he was fouling too much.
Yeah.
He's putting it all together this year.
Absolutely, bro. Yeah, I remember when he was drafted, he was getting comparisons to Serge Ibaka, and I would even disagree with those comparisons simply because just how mobile he was again, and the difference between him and Nick Claxton is because Jaren Jackson Jr. is a fucking big ass body. He's sturdy.
Yeah,
he put on so much weight over the time of his short NBA career, and now he can do it from literally everywhere on the court, and it doesn't matter what position. And I don't want to say what player, but for the most part, like you're not shitting your pants whenever he's guarding your 1 through 5. Someone who's underrated also probably should have been on this list is maybe Bam Adebayo. Now that I think about it too,
I had him 3 originally, but knocked him off for Claxton.
Yeah.
The only reason he's not there is because the Heat are the 8th defense right now. They're not like elite defense like they once were. But Bam, in terms of skill, is obviously top 3. I think.
Yeah, for sure.
But I think the reason Jaren's number 1 by far. Early season, we were talking about the Grizzlies. We were like, how do they forget to play defense? Their defense completely fell off. He came back after missing his first month of the season. Incredible. He's averaging 3.3 blocks per game. The Grizzlies are number 1 in defensive rating now. to go from that big of a swing because of one player came back is ridiculous impact. He has to win it.
Yeah, that's one of the main. Jaren's impact is one of the main reasons why I actually didn't have Taylor Jenkins in my top 3 of Coach of the Year, because I think that Jaren Jackson is the biggest reason why they've been able to turn everything around. Like you said, they were in the 15 games that Jaren didn't play. The Grizzlies were 21st in defensive rating, and then he comes back, and since then they've been first in defensive rating. They're 3 points better than the second defense in the league, and they're
first in the season now.
Exactly, and they're second in the West on tiebreaker, but they have the exact same record. But they have the exact same record as the Denver Nuggets. They've won 10 straight. Like, Jaren Jackson is him defensively. He's that guy.
Should Jaren be in most improved player talks?
That's interesting, because we've never given anybody most improved off of defense.
Exactly, and he deserves it. And his offense has been nice too. Like, he's whipping his ass off.
Yeah, he's like, this is the best basketball of his career by far. So that's actually a good ass point. I definitely think he should be. But we value Alfred so much. I don't think that's ever gonna happen. It's strictly like point per game. How much did you average last year? How much did you average this year? Yeah. And it's just like never gonna happen. But another impressive thing about Jaren Jackson Jr. that's important to note too is that I don't know the exact stats, so maybe Isaac can find it. But I want you to look for the top block leaders, total block leaders of the NBA season so far. And Jaren Jackson Jr., I don't think he's had the number one total because he's missed hella games. But with how quickly he's been able to jump the ladders and become, I think he's maybe top 4 or 5 in that category, or maybe 3 by now, is insane. It just shows you how high his block rate is. He's swatting absolutely any and everything at the rim, and he's obviously caught up Brook Lopez, and he's
third.
surpassed him.
Yeah, third. He's third in total blocks this year.
Third.
That's crazy.
Behind
3 a game is nuts.
Behind Brook Lopez. Brook Lopez is 1 at 106. Nick Claxton is second at 104, and then Jaren Jackson Jr. is third at 89.
That's crazy, and he missed so many games too.
Yep.
Wow. Okay. Wait. Time out.
Shot blockers.
Oh wait. Time out. Wait. Never mind. I was looking at the wrong column. I was about to be shocked out of my mind.
Okay. You good.
But yeah, it's Jaren's time. He's finally coming to fruition. The player he was hoped to be when he was drafted. He's the elite defensive player with the also stretch the floor for you and be this perfect big to play next to your dynamic guard. Everything's coming together for them, and you love to see it.
Facts,
bro.
But listen, man, we're 58 minutes into the show.
Damn.
It's time for us to talk about what we're all here for. The MVP.
It's going to be one of them ones.
If the season ended today, who would be the MVP of the league?
Man.
Third place, I got Luka Doncic.
Okay.
I got the same one.
If we're talking just who's been the best players this year, maybe be a little bit higher. But I think he's weighed down by team success compared to the guys above him. But you could argue that he's carrying the shittiest roster, so he should be higher. But the top 2 guys have just been so insane.
Yeah.
Okay. I have Jason Tatum at 3.
Ooh, I like that.
People are gonna be mad. People are mad at that.
They are. And listen, I like Jason Tatum a lot. 1 and 2 is very clear for me though. It's Luka and Jokic. And I don't think it's like a wide gap, but there is probably a second tier that Tatum is in that he needs to jump back into the first tier.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. I'm not gonna argue.
Mo, who's your third?
All. Third is Luka. I have him third.
Yeah.
He's absolutely insane, but I don't think he's. I don't want to say that actually. I think he definitely could win it, but for me personally, I just think that other players have been clicking on all cylinders. Meanwhile, Luka Doncic has been skipping a beat, and or not him necessarily, but his team as a whole has been skipping a few beats. And until that gets solved, I don't think he'll be my MVP.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything he needs to do better to win MVP. I think he's doing everything you want him to do with this roster. It simply comes down to the top 2 candidates have just ridiculous resumes that Luka draws the short straw. But in terms of any other season, he would be deserving for sure.
Absolutely, without a doubt.
So we have Luka at 3, Donovan has Jason Tatum at 3. We can go straight to 1. Number 1, I have Nikola Jokic over Jason Tatum.
Yep, go ahead.
I know people are gonna hate that.
Get your knee pads ready, Don. Isaac, get your knee pads ready.
Listen, I know people are gonna hate that because people like Tatum way more as a player. He's more fun to watch.
Yeah.
Nikola Jokic might be the greatest offensive big we've ever seen. And even more than that, he might be one of the greatest offensive players we've ever seen when we're talking about this 3-year peak. He's utterly ridiculous, and
this is so funny.
The fact And the fact that he's also the 1 seed in the West, I don't know how you can't give it to him.
Yeah, man.
Who you got as 1, Mo?
I got Jokic for sure. Like I said,
let's go.
There's no refuting that whatsoever. He's been absolutely ridiculous. And as time goes on, and I'm happy that the NBA is starting to evolve in this manner, no one gives a fuck about voter fatigue anymore. No one cares.
Thank God.
Season's way too long about that shit. And that shit, as NBA season, things, philosophies, concepts expire, and that's a concept that should expire this season. If you're hooping, and you deserve it. And with the wizardry that he's been doing and how he's adjusted his game as the season has gone on, and how he's been trying to elevate certain players, and at the start of the season, his points per game wasn't high, wasn't jacking up as many shots, and he's politely deferring to other people. And now, as the season's going on, he's actually taking over. Just the other night, bro, my crackhead ass was over here watching the Orlando Magic versus the Denver Nuggets while there was some big football game going on, and I'm typing in the group chat, and I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? What's going on? And I'm like, dude, no, Nikola Jokic just hit a step back 3-pointer for fucking game. Man, he's phenomenal on all levels. He just never fails. He never fails to surprise me. Which maybe
I think at this point nobody comes close to him in terms of control over the game and impact on every single play. It used to be that was LeBron by far. LeBron slowed down a little bit. Right now, it's Jokic by far. He's not only the best passer in the NBA, arguably one of the best passers of all time. We all know he's the best passing big man of all time. That right now, 10 assists per game, but he's also the most efficient volume scorer in the NBA at 69% true shooting percentage on 25 points per game. I don't know how many times we've ever seen that combination of efficiency and passing. It's remarkable. And it's not even just like he's catching lob dunks for that efficiency. A lot of it is self-created in the post, from the high pick and roll, on the roll, on the short roll, all of it. Like, there's almost, I don't even know what the fly is in his game right now, offensively.
Tough shots, man. I wouldn't say so other than like, can he
Donovan,
shoot a higher 3-point percentage?
Nah. Listen, y'all can go ahead.
No, you're good. Tell us your picks.
Yeah.
Listen, Jokic is at 2. Luka Doncic is at 1. Luka's the MVP.
God.
He's the MVP. Listen. There's nothing, right? And we talk about, okay, everybody's finally like starting to get away from voter fatigue. I'm not even going to talk about that. We've seen over the last couple of years the idea of, oh, you have to be the 1 seed, you have to be the 2 seed to win the MVP. I think we've moved into a space where if your team is not in the play-in, then you're eligible, right? You just have to be top 6. The Mavericks right now are 5th in the West. They're a game and a half out of the 4 seed. Luka Doncic right now is averaging 34, 9 and 9 on
crazy
on 61% true shooting. Right?
Damn.
So it's not even like
it's a huge gap.
34 on 61% true shooting is still ridiculously nice.
25 on 69? That's like the highest ever.
34. 34 though. Like to average 10
right now?
To average,
is he better because he has to take more shots? Like,
listen, to average 10 points more is still crazy. It's still crazy, and to have the usage that he has and still be at 61% true shooting. That's amazing. You want to talk about somebody who has complete control of every game? Luka Doncic has that. You want to talk about somebody? You want to talk about somebody who, if he's not in the game, his team has no chance. The Mavericks are 0-5 this year without Luka in the lineup. They've lost 3 of those games by double digits. They lost one of those games 144-115 to the Chicago Bulls.
Damn.
He's carrying a team of shitters.
They get pieced up if he's not in the lineup. And right now, Christian Wood is the second leading scorer. Spencer Dinwiddie is the third. But they run absolutely everything offensively through him. And I think that 2 years ago, Jokic's first MVP. We give Jokic all this credit. He leads his team to the 6th seed. Oh my God! Look at what he's doing. He's controlling everything. He has nobody on his squad. Luka's doing the exact same thing. His team is going to have more wins. They're going to be higher in the playoff picture.
Fair enough.
A couple years ago, Russell Westbrook did the exact same thing. If you wanted to give it to James Harden, okay, fine, that's cool. But Russell Westbrook won with his team. in the 6th seed again. He had a very, very high usage rate. He did all the things. He got his team up there because he was playing with absolute garbage. Luka Doncic is doing the exact same thing this year. And he, again, 34 points per game on over 60% true shooting. What he's doing is unprecedented. He has absolutely no help. And while Jokic is amazing, I know that Jamal Murray is coming back. I know that Michael Porter Jr. is coming back. Aaron Gordon is having like the season of a lifetime. And I would still rather have Jamal Murray, MPJ, and Aaron Gordon over Spencer Dinwiddie, Christian Wood, and Dorian Finney-Smith. The talent.
It's closer than you would think, though. It's closer than you would think.
Oh, what? I think
Jamal Murray hasn't been Jamal Murray yet. He's still coming up. He's still trying to get back to his old self. Dinwiddie, we like to laugh at Dinwiddie being the second best player. Dinwiddie's still a good player. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Okay.
I would rather have Dorian Finney-Smith than Michael Porter Jr. Michael Porter Jr. is fucking ass. I'm not gonna lie to you. Easily taking Dorian Finney-Smith.
Dorian has been out for 14 games, so he's been doing all this without Dorian.
True, that's fair. I would Aaron Gordon. I'd maybe rather Aaron Gordon, but versus Christian Wood. Christian Wood is thriving as a second option now. So it's closer than you would think.
But at the same time, Finney-Smith for the last 2 years has been shooting 40% from three. That's dropped down to under 35% this year. So one of his main three.
He's an elite defender though. He's good.
I know, but a 3-and-D guy is not giving him threes, what is
Michael Porter Jr. giving him? Negative D, not that many threes these days.
Negative D. But like, I'm sorry, I'm a child. But what Luka Doncic is doing is unprecedented, and I think
I feel you.
I think that we have precedent for somebody. I said that what he's doing is unprecedented. He's taking this whole like hero ball. I'm gonna put people on my back to the next level, and I think that he deserves over Jokic.
Fair enough. You said just 2 years ago we saw Jokic win for doing this thing. He got the 6th seed, so-and-so. The thing is, we saw Jokic do that. We're seeing him do that now as well, but with the 1 seed. Like, that's the difference, is that he's doing everything Luka's doing, but with the 1 seed. You talk about when Luka doesn't play, they're shitters. So are the Nuggets. When you look at the on-off numbers, Jokic has by far the craziest on-off numbers in the NBA. When he doesn't play, their offense is 16 points per possession worse. 16 points per 100 possessions worse. Their defense, 7.9 points per 100 possessions worse. So, simple math combined, 24 points per 100 possessions better when Jokic is on the court. That's the difference between the best team in the NBA and the worst team in NBA history. Like, they cannot survive without him either. So, I think in terms of that style of play where they need this one player to facilitate the entire team, incredibly similar. The difference is one team is the best in the West, one team is the 5th best team in the West.
Everybody after 6 in the Mavericks rotation, is absolutely trash, and they don't even have a 6-man, because the 6-man, like, if you're looking at Basketball Reference, right, and
Respect
they like
Bones,
right, they rank no on the Mavericks, everybody's trash. Reggie Bullock is in the top 6. He's been terrible this year. After that, Maxi Kleber, he's been hurt. Then we're getting to names like Josh Green, Kemba Walker, Frank Ntilikina, Davis Bertans, JaVale McGee. Just a waste of money. Like, you just have all these guys who are trash, and so they don't have a solid 6-man roster that they can put out and can actually be proud of. And
Jaden Hardy nice though.
Listen. Okay, let's
nice.
You can say that, but if he's in your top 6 at this point in his career, right? We can project out all we want. If he's in your top 6 right now, and you're talking about, we got to build a championship roster around Luka, we got to give him all the help, and you say, hey, Luka, like, we got help on the way, Jaden Hardy, he's gonna laugh in your face, right?
Yeah,
it's disrespectful.
I get it. Luka's having a great season for sure. Man. Before we end this conversation, though, we have to talk about Jason Tatum. Like, we're all doing him a disservice to not consider him, because people are gonna be mad we don't have him 1. People really are highly on board with the Jason Tatum as MVP talk. We gotta talk about why, because I have him above Luka. So everything you're saying about Luka,
please tell me why.
Honestly, it comes down to the whole best player on best team thing.
Okay.
I'm not someone who's like, that person has to win every year. Like, I think that's stupid, lazy analysis. But they are the best team in the NBA by a good margin. Like, they're better than the Nuggets by like a few wins at this point. The only reason he's not above Jokic, because I think Jokic is just simply better, more impactful player. But for the argument I made for Jokic, for simply his team is amazing, he's amazing, also applies to Tatum. He's the best two-way wing in the NBA, which we know is an incredibly valuable position building around that gives you so much versatility, and just having that go-to shot making late in fourth quarters is incredibly valuable. And now that he's an elite defender as well, there's really nothing he can't do. He's a passable passer. Passable passer is crazy verbiage, but he's a solid passer.
Yeah.
It's hard not to vote him. You know what I mean? Like, he's a close second.
Yeah,
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. I'm not gonna argue. I think by the end of the season, like if Tatum moves up, for me, I wouldn't be shocked. It's Devin Booker fans are just upset right now because it's like he was the best player. He was the best player on the best team last year, and his
defensive impact is the difference there.
Exactly.
That's the difference.
Exactly.
Booker's as good as an offensive player as Tatum. Tatum's a legit elite wing defender. Some people like to be like, "Oh, his defense is overrated." It's not. It simply isn't. He's a great defender.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I like. Tatum. Listen, I like that. I like that pick. And
what about you, Mo? What do you think about Tatum?
Yeah.
Wow. I think he definitely should be. Well, with how Donovan sold me on Luka, I damn near want to go ahead and put Luka 2 and Jason Tatum 3. Simply because like he's just not better than either.
Moving up.
Dudes. You know what I'm saying? And it's by a margin as well. It's not like it's not a toss up or anything. It's not a toss up. So he's just not simply better. You know. But I feel like there's something missing with Tatum as well. I feel like I don't know why, but I feel like people at this point may be a little bit bored by the Boston Celtics and Tatum. Like Tatum just had a 50-point game the other day, and I don't know if it's because of the scoring outbreak that the NBA is going through that people are just shutting it or not. Yeah, you know, if Luka or Jokic would have had a 50-point game, I promise you would have seen it all across your timelines, on House Highlights, Bleacher Report, everywhere. But Tatum does it. Maybe it's because of the fashion which he did it, which he kind of reached.
I think it did get attention. I think the fallacy here is that it does get attention. Like. People say nobody cares. People care. People care a lot. People are saying he should be MVP. People care exceptionally.
Yeah. I don't know. It was odd to me seeing the really quiet 50-point game, and now I feel like people are
because it was at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, it was so random against the Hornets, bro. Who was watching that shit?
Yeah. It probably is the thing you're talking about, though. People are desensitized the past few weeks because everybody's dropping 50.
Yeah.
So it is some of that.
Could be right. All those things, but I'm not mad at Tatum being 2 or 3. So.
There's a lot of pushback on social media right now that people are like, "Oh, people are obsessed with these European players. If his name was Tatum Brahimovic, you would give him the MVP."
Who's saying that?
Which Celtics fans, honestly, the
racist
bag watchers.
That's what I'm saying. The racist people up there in Boston.
Yeah.
Okay.
On brand.
Yeah, I'm saying that people are like saying Tatum's getting discounted because he's not European, and it's obviously fucking stupid. But there is something that Tatum is getting discounted a little bit because. I don't know if it's because he's not the great passer or maybe the team's too good around him. It's not as interesting as like a Luka.
That's
like there's something in you that wants to pick Luka because he's doing this crazy shit with the bad team, but like you can't blame Tatum for having Jaylen Brown. You know what I mean? Yeah, Tatum's been amazing, all things considered.
Yeah, exactly. And also, I don't know why, but like just the other day we did just more proof behind my argument in terms of just like pure interest. Like they're fun to watch, but when we did our most fun players to watch draft, nobody picked Tatum. Isaac went out of his way to say Jason Tatum's not fun to watch like that, even though he was like generally a great player. You know, he wasn't picked at all. 15 players deep, a top 5 or top 7 player.
We definitely some people. And I'm gonna say we because he's getting attention. I'm not trying to act like he's not.
Yeah.
But it's easy to take Jason Tatum for granted.
Oh,
well, most people don't because he's incredibly popular because he's a Celtic and people like watching his style of play.
Yeah,
but it is easy to take his two-way impact for granted.
I wonder how much the finals run kind of has impact on how much of an impact that has on like what we're expecting from Tatum, and if like I think we've gotten to the point with the Celtics where this whole like they're a young team, they're on the way up. That entire novelty has worn off. They've made the finals. They were up 2-1 on the Warriors, and they kind of blew it. Tatum had a bad series. Yeah. I think we're at the point now where we're waiting to get to April, May, June with Boston, and that's going to kind of validate everything that we kind of think about with Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, and what the Celtics are in this entire era because they've made the conference finals several times. Right, they've been knocking on the door. We're trying to see, are you going to take the step that we've been asking you to take since we declared you the next best player when you were 19? You know?
Yeah, it's crazy.
And now he's 20. How old is Jason
24 or 5? 24, I think. 24.
Like 19.5.
Okay. Yeah. So it's been about 5 years, and we've been kind of waiting for Tatum. So maybe we're just impatient with Tatum.
Yeah. And either way, he's definitely got to be top 3. If you have one, I respect it. But I don't know, Jokic. It's hard not to pick Jokic. The discourse is going to be insane because people that have voter fatigue and are tired of watching this big white boy win. Some people that just want to see the guy with the bag win. Some people that love the big white boy and are stats nerds are going to be too slanted towards him. Twitter's going to be hell. That's all I know.
Yeah, can't wait for it though. Can't wait for it.
But I think that's all the awards we got to get through. I think we can move on to everybody's favorite time, TikTok time.
Let's do it. Let's get into it.
This is going to be a long episode. We got a lot of good TikToks to go through today.
Yeah.
The first thing I want to do is we're going to do a draft. Start with that as always. People love them. We're going to do a draft with ringless players. Players that have never won a championship.
Okay.
Yep.
Damn,
so,
all time?
Let's draft NBA rosters with
tough.
only players who have never won a championship. All time. Everybody in their prime.
Wow.
So I went first last time, so I'll go third. Donovan, did you go second last time?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're first. Mo, you're second. I'm third.
Okay, cool.
Ringless.
Yeah, people who've never won a championship.
That's tough.
All right.
Yeah, you ready to go first?
Yeah. I'll go. Yeah,
hit it.
I'm ready. All right, my first pick. Dang, this is tough.
Yeah.
This is tough. I have a couple ways that I want to go. I really do hate myself for this. Give me James Harden.
I was hoping you fell to 3.
Give me James Harden with my first pick. I want a point guard. I want to distribute.
Okay, I respect it. Gosh, this is extremely hard.
It's very hard.
Hella hard. But I think I'm going to lose this draft straight up. This is probably going to be the first draft where I 110% know I lost. So
okay, go ahead.
I think I'm going to go. Yeah. I'm going to go with Damian Lillard. I lost.
Okay, it's a horrible
I'm
pick.
going strictly
right.
off vibes, bro. I'm going
Terrible
Damian
pick.
Lillard.
Okay.
Give me Charles Barkley and give me Nikola Jokic.
Dude, you can't. Bro, you cheating. Are we doing that?
How's that cheating?
He's going to win you're cheating.
What do you mean he's going to win? He hasn't won yet. That's very fair.
He's on okay. We
you
doing
picked
that?
Damian Lillard. He's playing still.
I picked James
playing,
Harden.
But he don't got a chance. He will never have a chance. It's rats for him. You picked the number 1 seed in the West? Are you crazy?
He doesn't have a ring. I mean, what do you want?
That should be
Charles
a
Barkley,
patch.
Nikola Jokic.
Okay.
Oh my
God. That's good.
No one's
doing
gonna have
that?
a bigger
Okay.
big man combination than me.
Okay.
All right, it's on you, Mo.
Mo, it's your turn.
Oh,
again.
it's on me? Cool. I'm
Yeah.
picking
Yep.
Luka Doncic then.
Fair enough.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. We playing
That's
that
cool.
game? Cool. I'll play
Got
dirty
2 point
right
guards.
back.
Okay,
Yeah. Let's do it.
go ahead.
All right, I want to score. Give me Tracy McGrady.
Ooh, good pick.
Yeah, give me T-Mac, and then I need a big. So, yeah, you know we can run this. Give me Joel Embiid. We're just building a better version of the Sixers right now.
Okay, it's not a bad
I like
pick.
that. I like that. All right, so my turn?
Mo, your turn again. Yep.
Okay, cool. Has Hakeem won a ring before or no? Or
Yes,
Yeah, Hakeem won 2. Come on.
back to back.
Oh, fuck, you're right. Yeah, back to back. Okay, I don't know how I forgot that.
This
I
guy,
know I had to
respect.
ask. Okay, cool. All right, so I got Dame and I got Luka.
Take KD. He has no real rings.
I was gonna say that too. I was gonna say that, but I don't want to go. I don't want to go through that turmoil, that whole nasty discussion. So, sheesh, Dirk won a ring. Fuck, this is tough.
It
Like,
is.
It's very tough.
It's
I have
really
to
tough.
lean more towards current players, but that's too boring, and that's kind of a cop out, Isaac. So
Damian Lillard was your first pick.
I know. What
yeah,
are you
but
on?
Damian don't got a chance. Let's be real.
Pick
He
your
don't got a
players, man.
fucking chance. So, damn. Okay. This is tough, bro. I can't make this too long. I gotta make my decision
Yeah,
real
pick
quick.
somebody.
And so I'm gonna go ahead. And I need a big. Let me get Paul George. Fuck it. Let me get Paul George.
I was hoping he fell to
Yeah,
me in
there
my
we go.
last pick. Okay,
Yeah.
that's a good one. One thing I'm wondering is there's a few point guards I can choose from. I'm trying to decide which one has
Pick
the highest
AI. Blah blah
ceiling.
blah. or CP3. Blah blah blah.
Nah, he's not
What'd
taking
you say?
AI. He said
AI.
yeah, he said he's not an AI type of guy.
Oh, really?
Not an AI type of guy.
Wow. Okay.
No issue with AI. Okay, point guard. Give me Chris Paul. I need 08 Chris Paul with Jokic, elite playmaking.
Okay.
And then I need some shooting. Give me Reggie Miller as my 2.
Okay.
Okay.
I like that. That's solid. All right. So who are some bigs who haven't won a ring yet? There's one off the top of my head off rip, but I cannot name him. That is illegal.
I can tell you some, but I think you can figure it out on your own.
Dude, why do you have to be like that? Why do you have to be like that? You said that so sassy
I'm finna
too.
look this up. I'm finna look this up.
Okay.
Because you want to take 10 minutes per pick, I'm not going to help you.
Okay, you know what? Screw it, bro. I'm gonna go ahead and give me Rudy Gobert. Oh my god, bro.
What is this draft?
I got a big Rudy Gobert, bro.
This man is trash. This man is trash.
I called it off for I'm gonna lose this draft, bro. Give me Rudy.
Oh, that's beautiful.
You should have put Patrick Ewing.
That's beautiful. Thank you. Let's go. I love it. Okay. All right. At my 2, give me Tracy McGrady's cousin. Give me Vince Carter.
That's a good pick.
Give me Vince Carter at the 2, and then at my 4, at my 4, give me Chris Webber at my 4.
Okay.
I like Donovan's team. It's a funky ass team. I love it. Okay. All right. So for my 4, it's a long list that I have to go through. But yeah, I'm not gonna pick Patrick Ewing. I don't want to do that. I'm off. My team is heavily based off of vibes. If you couldn't tell by now.
Yeah.
Shit. I don't know why this is so hard.
What position you need?
Huh? I need a 4.
I need a 4. Okay.
Or a wing.
Hey, there's one big bald man waiting for you if you want to take him.
That's right. All-Star game is in Utah. He said he's coming out of retirement. He said he's coming out of hiding.
What you gonna do?
Yeah, he's coming out of retirement, and the FBI is coming at your door right now. Just that one more time.
Listen, he's there for the taking. You can go.
Yeah, he is there. He is there for the taking. But you know what? Let me go ahead, do this the easy way, and damn, bro, this is so hard. Like y'all don't understand how my brain is trying to scan and analyze every single NBA team, bro. Fuck.
Stop giving him picks.
Come on.
Yeah, I know. This is the worst draft of all time for me, bro. Let me go ahead.
1.
Hold on. Okay.
Come
Damn,
on.
I'm fucking up.
Fours.
All right, fuck it. Let me go ahead and give me Zion. What am I supposed to say? Fuck, bro. Yeah, what am I supposed to say? This team is ass. Two stacks of ass.
For my last pick, I thought about Melo as my 3.
Mm-hmm.
I need better defense. I thought about Elgin Baylor. I probably need better shooting. Just give me Jason Tatum.
Okay. Solid.
I need the 3 and D.
My team is not that bad, actually, compared to you guys.
No, you guys. I have Chris Paul, Reggie Miller, Jason Tatum, Charles Barkley, Jokic.
Yeah, I got Damian Lillard. Luka Doncic, PG-13, Zion Williamson, and Rudy Gobert. That's a nice-ass team. It's not a wash.
There's a clown in this lineup. That's all I'm saying is if all SWAT members, just one clown sticking out.
Your team wins 52 games in a regular season. That's it.
Oh, man.
Okay, that was a good draft.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the next thing. So there's been a lot of talk about, is LeBron finally going to give up on the Lakers and request a trade? So if the summer comes up, and if LeBron requests a trade, which team would you want to see him go to?
I want to see him take it back home and go to Miami. You know what I'm saying? I feel like
that's a
part 2.
See, a lot of people sit back
home
and they think Cleveland. Miami's the right choice. We're talking about reunion.
Yeah, exactly. I would love Cleveland as well, but Miami just feels so right, and I feel like if that were to happen, I don't know how that's gonna work with Jimmy Butler. You could say he's making it work with Russell Westbrook, but it's not that beautiful. But
he's not making shit work with Russell Westbrook. It's doing the opposite of working. It couldn't be working less even.
Yeah,
that's funny.
Miami just feels right.
I need to see Bron in Philly. I need to see him with Joel Embiid. That's what I need. The Sixers had a chance a couple years ago to get the perfect like 3 guy. If they could have gotten Paul George a couple years ago, that would have fit beautifully with Ben, Paul George, and Embiid. I think if you can get LeBron, he takes the spot of those two. We'll see what happens with James Harden. But even if you could replace James Harden with LeBron James, that's a championship team.
Yeah. What if him and KD teamed up in Brooklyn?
Stop that.
With Kyrie going out the door.
Stop
Kyrie
that,
going out
man.
the door.
Realistic over here,
I'm just saying.
If
that's not unrealistic.
Stop that.
KD would go to the Lakers. LeBron is not going to Brooklyn. Savannah's cooking that man ass if he tried to go to New York.
She lived in Cleveland for years. They're going.
She'll be all right. Brooklyn's nice.
She would like New York over Cleveland. I promise you that.
All I'm saying is him and KD together for their swan song years be kind of cool.
Just everybody,
You're absolutely right about that.
Everybody trying to be buddy, man. Come on now.
Get out of here, old man. Shut up.
On. KD and LeBron. Listen, if that happens, that just confirms to me that Kevin Durant he doesn't want to win a championship. He doesn't want a real ring, man. We can't have.
I ain't gonna lie. I would also love to see LeBron on the Atlanta Hawks just to show these boys how to play.
Of course, you would.
Basketball. Yeah, bro. He would unlock
Says
Trae
Hawks
Young's
fan.
game. Absolutely.
Says Hawks fan.
I'm a Hawks fan and I rep it. So what?
There's not many guards I want to see him with less than Trae Young. Keep Trae Young away from LeBron James, please.
Oh man, that's a nasty take. Worst take of all time.
Obviously, having him play next to Luka would be cool, but
actually,
I want to see.
Fuck all
I want to
that.
see Luka thrive on his own.
I want to see that.
Him next to Jokic. I want to see LeBron and Jokic.
Oh no! What needs to happen is LeBron needs to play with Damian Lillard by his side. That would be a disgusting combo.
Yeah, but where? In Portland? Nah.
Portland's nice. He got Nike's right up the road.
Yeah, Nike's right up the road. He got Anthony Simons by his side.
Dame, LeBron, what? Josh Hart? Who's left over?
No, Jeremy Grant. Are you kidding me? Don't disrespect now.
Jeremy Grant is gone if they get LeBron James. Come on. They can't keep them all.
Yeah,
Bron should just retire. Bron should retire after this year and just keep his body on ice. And then once Bronny gets drafted, then he could come back and be a free agent. That's what he should do.
Mercenary?
Yeah, Bryce is looking real nice.
That's funny.
Oh, I said Bryce. Hold on. Bronny's looking real nice.
All right. I mean, that's a good little segment. The idea of LeBron requesting a trade is
not happening.
Day by day, it looks more and more realistic. That's all I'll say.
Nah, man. Don't buy it. Fake news.
Yeah, neither do I. Next thing I want to do, I want us to talk about the oldest player on every roster. Because I think people will be surprised on who people are on these teams.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I'm going to name some NBA teams. Y'all guess who the oldest player on this roster is?
Let's do it.
The Lakers besides LeBron.
The Lakers beside LeBron. All right, so who is on this roster? Donovan.
All right, so we got Juan T, Kendrick Nunn. You got Pat.
Is
Bev.
it Russ? I think it's
not Russ.
No, I'm going.
It's not Russ.
I think it's Pat Bev.
It is Pat Bev. Pat Bev is 4 months older than Russell Westbrook, or 5.
Oh, okay.
Actually.
Okay, damn.
That's
close enough. It's not terrible.
Patrick Beverley being the old head now is wild.
Yeah. He's been an old head like for 10 years. Shit.
What about the Miami Heat?
Udonis Haslem?
Oh, Udonis Haslem, yeah. I was
Besides
about to say
Udonis Haslem.
Oh, Devin Bain then. I mean, not Devin Bain. What's his name?
Desmond Bain.
Oh, you talking about Dwayne Dedman.
It's not Dwayne Dedman.
Oh, it's Kyle Lowry then. Easy.
Yep. It's Kyle Lowry's thick ass. He's 36.
Damn.
You're nasty.
36, bro. Shit.
You're nasty.
All right, what about the Clippers?
For Clippers, this is kind of hard
because they got
a
little bit.
Pieces. Yeah, they got hella pieces.
Is it Marcus Morris?
Mo, what's your guess?
Shit. If it's not Marcus Morris,
is he older than Kawhi?
Is it John Wall?
It is not Marcus Morris. It's not John Wall.
Whoa.
Neither of those guys.
Oh, it's Reggie Jackson then.
No, it's not Reggie Jackson.
Damn, I have no idea, bro.
Mad confident.
Who is it? Is it Norman Powell? No.
Y'all just gonna name every player on the roster. It is Nicholas Batum at 34 years old.
I forgot about his French ass. Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about him. Makes sense.
Wiley veteran.
Fourth quarter. Yeah. Why Batum?
Makes sense. I should have hit that.
What about the Memphis Grizzlies?
Oh, Danny Green.
Yeah, people forget Danny Green's on the Grizzlies.
Yeah.
35 years old.
Okay, he's not on the team.
Yeah, he is. averages four conversations.
The Memphis Grizzlies pay his
laughs
salary.
per
That's
game.
all I'll say.
He's not on the team. He be doing media availability and everything.
What about the Cleveland Cavaliers?
Kevin Love.
Surprisingly, it's not Kevin Love.
Oh, it's Ricky Rubio.
It's not Ricky Rubio either.
Ooh.
You might forget this guy's on the team if you don't watch him every night.
He must not get that much PT then. If it's not K-Love or Ricky Rubio, then who the fuck could it be? Their guards are
He's a couple months older than K-Love, I'll say that.
A couple months older than K-Love. Damn. I thought K-Love was the only old head on that team.
That's what I thought, too.
There's one more. There's one more old man there.
I cannot remember.
Damn. Can you tell us when he was drafted?
I'll say this is his first year on the team, I think.
Oh, so he's new. Then I definitely wouldn't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm blanking.
Can you tell me when he was drafted?
I don't know.
Who
was
is
it before 2010?
We're not playing 20
It has to
questions.
be.
Who is it?
Yeah.
It's Robin Lopez.
Ah, damn. I forgot about him. He's such a nobody.
Most people don't realize
he's
on the Cavs.
Yeah, bro. His biggest moment of the year was when he made that tweet about Donovan Mitchell's 71-point game, bro. After that, I don't remember him.
Yeah. All right, last one. Who is the oldest player on the Knicks?
On the who?
Damn. Donovan, you should know this. I'm out of this, Donovan. You should be embarrassed, ashamed of yourself if you don't know this, Donovan. I know it.
I probably don't know it.
Oh, my God.
You should know this.
I'm blanking.
You're blanking. You're a fake fan.
Oh, it's Derek.
It is Derrick Rose, 34 years old.
Yeah, man.
Isn't that fucking crazy? Derrick Rose is the old head of his team.
That's crazy as hell, man. Just the other day, he was slam dunking when he was 21, 22 years old, winning MVPs.
R.I.P.
Damn.
R.I.P. He's alive.
Them knees are dead. Those knees are not alive.
The knees are dead.
Yeah. We're celebrating the 10-year death anniversary of his knees. It's wild.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah, man.
Okay, well, that's all the names I got.
Cool.
Nice.
So, next TikTok. We're flying through these. Next one, we're going to redraft. Or let me just say the hook. Let's redraft the 2018 NBA draft.
Let's do it.
Okay, I need to look up. I have
man.
I have the worst time remembering.
I'm in my bag right now. You ain't got to look it up. First overall pick.
Yeah,
let's
I
run
just pull up the list.
Luka Doncic. We don't even have to conversate about that. All right. Top 2, 3.
Luka.
We might have to have a little bit conversation. I feel like I know where you guys are gonna lean towards. I'm taking Trae Young for number 2 because I don't think this is who he is this season. And wait,
I'm not rocking with you.
Oh.
Shea is number 2. Shea is number 2.
Shea number 2. Off of just one season like this.
Yep, Shea's number 2.
I'm projecting forward. Shea is gonna be better than Trae.
Wow,
Luka,
that's crazy. The recency bias is nasty.
Future Defensive Player of the Year, Jaren Jackson Jr. is at 3.
Oh, come on. Trae Young's probably number 3.
Best role player in the game, Mikal Bridges, is at 4.
You're nasty, bro.
No, okay. In all seriousness, Trae Young's number 3.
Yeah.
Is Jaren Jackson number 4?
Jaren Jackson is number 4. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's 4.
Mikal Bridges.
Are we going Bridges or Aiden at 5? The teammates.
Bridges.
Give me Mikal Bridges. Give me Mikal Bridges.
Oof. I still have faith that with a different team that doesn't fucking hate him.
Purely off of vibes.
I still have faith that with a different team whose coach doesn't fucking hate him, that DeAndre Ayton can be better. But I guess we got to go Bridges for now.
Yeah, Bridges.
Purely off of vibes. I look at DeAndre Ayton and I get disappointed. I can't have him on my squad. Get him on.
Can't do it, bro.
Okay, but next then, are we at 6? Are we gonna go DeAndre Ayton or Anthony Simons?
No, we're taking Jalen Brunson because he was in that draft.
Oh, he was.
Yeah. So
we're taking Jalen Brunson next.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, Jalen Brunson at 6.
Yeah.
7, Ayton or Simons?
Simons.
Damn.
I think I'm gonna lean DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah,
I still believe his potential on a different team.
Yeah, you're overruled on that one, Donovan. Let's do Ayton.
That's fine. He's still trash.
Oh no, we forgot about. Hold on. Is it Ayton or Robert Williams?
Ayton. Okay, that's not okay. Let's relax now. Donovan, what do you think? Let's be real.
Robert Williams. Yeah. No, I'm telling you guys, it's purely off of vibes for me.
Purely off of vibes,
bro. I'm telling you,
I
get upset watching DeAndre Ayton play basketball. He's a disappointment to me. And
let's be real.
I'll rock with Ayton. Over Williams. Yeah. But Rob Will is an elite defender.
Yeah,
okay, so next spot, is it Robert Williams or Anthony Simons? I think I'm going to lean Robert Williams.
Oh.
He's a legit elite rim protector.
I got to have Anthony Simons. He's a legit
Why?
rim
Just 'cause
protector.
it's a nicer bag?
But he's not someone that I have any chance of building my franchise around. So I'm definitely
You're not building your franchise around Anthony Simons.
I'm not, but I have a better chance of Simons than Robert Williams for damn straight.
If you're building neither of your team around, neither one of these guys have been built around, so why even consider that? These guys are tertiary.
I'd rather have
players.
Anthony Simons as a cornerstone piece because if anything went wrong, I could get more out of Anthony Simons than Robert Williams. Period.
I'm picking Rob Will. What about you, Donovan?
Well, considering that I had Simons and then Rob Will, I would take Simons. I would take
Simons. It is.
Y'all are underrating defense. Okay, is Robert Williams next?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so for our 10th spot, we have some list of names. We have Kevin Herter,
Kevon Herter,
Jared Vanderbilt, Kevon Herter, Jared Vanderbilt, DeAnthony Melton, surprise pick.
Oh, he's a second round. He's fucking fantastic, bro. He's fantastic this year.
And Gary Trent Jr.,
Wendell Carter Jr.
Oh,
nah, I'm good. I'm good on Wendell.
Wendell was nice.
I'm good on
Who
Wendell.
are we putting there? That's a lot of options.
I think it's either between Wendell or Kevin, and it depends what you really value at the end of the day.
Would you guys take Wendell over Gary Trent Jr.?
Yeah, I'm not really considering Gary Trent. I'd rather have Kevon Herter than Gary Trent Jr.
Yeah, same. I think I'd rather have Wendell over Kevin.
No.
I don't know. That could go either way. Wendell's nice.
Yeah, Wendell's nice.
He's
a great all-around.
What Kevin is doing this year and being able to shoot lights out and his ability to shoot off catch and shoots, his movement off the ball has been great this year.
Mm-hmm.
He's been extremely efficient. I'm taking Kevin Herter over Wendell Carter Jr.
Okay. All right, let's go Kevon Herter. I'm with it. We'll go with him.
Okay, I'm not hating on that. Let's do it.
It's a good ass draft, man.
Yeah, this is easily one of the greatest drafts of all time. Period.
Mm-hmm.
Easily one of the greatest. Yeah, for sure, Donovan. Easily
is it top 5?
I don't know if it's top 5, but it's one of the top.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
One of the 10.
It's gonna finish top 5.
Yeah, top 5.
Because I mean, obviously 84 and 03 are the ones that are like there.
Oh, you know what you do for next draft video? Let's draft the best NBA drafts.
Okay, that's crazy.
That's so D.
Wow. Okay.
Last thing before we get out of here, we have another one, the one with the all-time finishes. Let's save it for next week. Last thing before we get out of here, we're gonna do another jersey old versus new.
Let's
do
do
it.
it.
Let's go. Let's go.
Go ahead and pull up the group chat. Let's take a look at these pictures Donovan curated for us.
Yes, sir.
So let's pull them up. Which NBA jersey is better, old or new? The Minnesota Timberwolves.
The old one is easily better. It's easily better.
Oh yeah, listen, I love the font. The new one looks
Font's
so
hard. The trees on the collar is hard. The color is hard. Listen, Minnesota has some good jerseys now. I don't dislike them, but it's tough.
Sounds like you're just describing KG as a player.
The old Minnesota jerseys are one of the best NBA jerseys like of all time. I think these are easily better than the ones we have now.
Easy, I agree. They fell off hard. Their design team is ass.
All right, what about the Phoenix Suns?
I like new
modern ones.
Yeah,
the ones we're looking at, these 2000s ones, these 2000 Suns ones are horrible. This purple stripe on the side, awful. It's everything wrong with 2000s jerseys.
Yeah, no, there's not a single good thing that I could say about the Suns old school jersey whatsoever, bro. What is that fucking circle around their number? Who thought of that?
Ass. That's what it is.
I like the circle. The circle is cool.
It's so random. It doesn't do anything to add to the jersey whatsoever.
The new Phoenix jersey is mad plain. It doesn't do anything. What
at least it's inoffensive. At least it's inoffensive.
Yeah.
The other Suns one is the older one is actively horrible.
Y'all hating on the stripe. I like the stripe.
Couldn't be me. Listen, if we were talking the Charles Barkley era ones, that'd be a different conversation.
Yeah.
These are terrible.
Nah, it's been consistently downhill since the 90s for the Suns. They peaked then.
That's funny. Okay. What about New Orleans?
This is tough because I actually feel like
this is tough. This is damn near a tiebreaker to me.
I kind of like the Pelicans jerseys. I kind of like the Pelicans jerseys right now.
Me too, honestly.
I think they fit the city. I think the font is really nice.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think I'll take the old ones though. The pinstripe on it is really. I'm a sucker for pinstripes.
You just fake this out.
I really like them. You say I'm fake?
I like the new ones.
You say I'm fake, Mo?
Yeah, no, you faked us out. You were talking us into the new ones, and you're like, I'm gonna take the old ones.
Yeah, I like the pinstripe.
Yeah, I don't know. I think you're right. I think the font feels very New Orleans. It feels very Bayou style, and the stripes on the side also feel fitting. Mm-hmm. And I like the brightness of the red more than like the color scheme of the Pelicans.
Yeah, I agree.
Fair.
I mean, I like the brightness of the red more than like the color scheme of the Hornets. So I think I'm a lean new, but just barely.
Okay. Same. Agreed.
Next one. The Brooklyn Nets.
The old one. The old New Jersey Nets.
Yeah.
Those actually have some personality.
Agreed.
The new Brooklyn ones, they are straight black and white. Very, very boring.
Not interesting at all.
Yeah.
I don't like them.
When I think about the Nets,
fine. Yeah. When I think about the Nets jersey, I think about depression. Who went through this, bro? Who decided to go from that to that? That's one of the biggest fallouts of NBA history.
Depression.
Yeah, bro.
That's crazy. You said the Nets jerseys have bipolar disorder. That's wild.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. I don't have a problem with the new ones, but I think the best jerseys the Nets have now are the throwback jerseys to this older era. I think that says a lot.
Yeah. By far, bro.
Next one, the Denver Nuggets.
I like the new. Wait, hold on.
No, you're wrong. The old ones are better. The light blue is classic. What the powder blue? It is so hard to mess up. It's so hard to mess up powder blue uniforms in every single sport. It is insanely hard.
Yeah.
It's the same reason why the Chargers arguably have the greatest football jersey of all time with their powder blues.
You're right about that.
Yeah.
I'm tripping.
I think the Nuggets have really good alternate jerseys now, but their base jersey is just all right. And if you applied that powder blue jersey to today's cuts, it would be gorgeous.
Oh my goodness. Facts. You're absolutely right about that. Yeah, I'm tripping.
Going old. If we get a throwback Nike jersey today with the old powder blue, beautiful.
Yeah. Damn.
Last one, the Pacers.
I like the new one actually.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I actually like I like the new one. I think it's very creative. I like the font for the Indiana a little bit better. So yeah, I'm gonna take the new one.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the new one as well. I like the all aroundness. Yeah. The jersey just feels more complete. And Indiana's jersey back then just seems more plain. I don't know. They didn't do too much with it.
2010s jerseys were just obsessed with 2000s and 2010s jerseys were just obsessed with vertical stripes being in random places. And I think this Pacers jersey is a prime example. The new one is just way more clean. I don't even think it's a conversation.
Yeah, easily.
Shout out the Pacers, man. And shout out us, because this episode is over. We're done.
God.
Hour and 43 minutes. We gave you a lot of content. I'm ready to go to bed.
Eat it up.
Facts.
Leave a like.
If you're still here, comment, I'm going to bed.
Facts.
Let us know in the comments you watched the whole thing. We'll see y'all next week.